Robbs MetalWorks, and tonight I am at the Steamboat in Austin to check out one of the hottest bands in the land.
Nice.
Brings me esteemed pleasure to welcome Jason, Dylan, and Brian of ECHOBRAIN. How you guys doing this evening?
Down.
How you doing, Jason?
We're pretty happy, man.
How about you, Dylan?
Pumped.
It's definitely a pleasure to be here and to do this with you guys. Thank you for your time this evening. Brian, tell me a little bit about your relationship with Dylan, because I knew it goes a little further back than ECHOBRAIN, and tell me how that relationship kind of met up with the man Jason and formed eventually ECHOBRAIN.
Well, he was like a dirty jean wearing, gum chewing punk kid in 7th grade. Punk 7th grader like came up to me like, you know, smoking cigarettes behind the bathroom and stuff when I was in 6th grade, and he's like, "Hey man, you want to play in my band?" First he was like, "You want to fight or you want to be in my band?" And I was like, "I'll be in your band, dude." So we do like an hour of like playing in my crappy garage, and then we do like an hour of just him and the big bass player just like beating me up. But other than that, it's been I don't know. He's like my brother, man. He's the other side of my body. I mean.
And eventually you guys did meet up with Jason, and I don't want to take for granted that everybody knows the infamous Super Bowl little party that helped that happen. But can you tell us, Dylan, a little bit about that and working with Jason and I guess just playing with him, man?
Well, I guess it was in 1996. There was a Super Bowl party going on at neighbor Jason's, and Brian was there. He went there with his uncle. Randomly, there was a drum set that happened to have been set up. A bunch of people over there, a bunch of drunk fucks during halftime would go up there and whittle on it and try and bust out something that resembled a drum beat until Brian gets on there, and he's like 16, totally just rips all over the place, you know. I think Jason's comes out of the corner, he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" You know, here's this guy playing, and I guess they were looking for somebody to jam with anyway. He was over there with John Marshall, the guy that replaced James Hetfield when he was burned, and these are like some serious, you know, metal musicians who've been doing it for a while, and they got him over there, this 16-year-old kid, and he just tore into him, right?
That's
I mean,
right.
you know, mostly. Am I telling it right?
That's exactly right.
You know,
See, he's heard me tell the story a lot of times, and I like it now better when Dylan tells it. It's cool. It's more colorful. But that's what happened. That is what happened, and then so Brian and I have been keeping it alive since that time. We played with different guitar players through. It was actually '95 when we met, and played different guitar players the first 6 or 8 months, and then Brian introduced Dylan into the Chop House fold, and we kept have had different silly names through time, and then at the end of 1999 we started making some serious demos and call ourselves ECHOBRAIN, and pull it all together like that, and just started making sure to keep track of everything. We made the record in May and June of 2000, and so it was all completed and all that stuff long before any of the Metallica stuff ever came about, any of that. And it's been out for 2 years now for us, basically, and it's been out for 2 months for the people. So it's interesting, you know.
And that's what I was going to say. The record's been out nationally, and it's getting some great reviews. A lot of people, I would say even non-hard rock fans, are big fans of ECHOBRAIN. Can you touch a little bit about where you feel you fall musically?
Well,
challenged.
Yeah, I love that. It's so true. Yeah, we're categorically retarded. We don't fall. We don't. I don't know. We're a hard rock band. I think that likes to explore. You know, I don't know. Are we hard rock? I would say. I guess kind of.
It's multi-dimensional kind of band. There's different. We talk about the way that other bands are put together a lot in our interviews lately. About you put an ad in the paper to get like-minded people to play like-minded music, and that's usually how it goes. And then you have a plan to make a demo, and you're going to go play stages wherever, and then you're going to get big, and you're going to have a record, and you're going to be on MTV, and whatever, that kind of formulation. This thing was formed from a drunken porch jam that we just always kept having fun with it. Never got too serious about it. Like, we remember the songs and would always play. Play seriously and play like we meant it and everything, but always make sure to keep it fun first, because we all had our things that we took more seriously, whether it was a job or high school or college or another band or whatever. Those were and so when we came to the ECHOBRAIN front, it was always an escape for us, but it was created naturally, like jazz guy over there, Beatles, Pink Floyd guy, metal guy, mix it up, so it's naturally going to be a lot of different fundamentals. Colorful, multi-dimensional. So it's hard to just say it's basically a rock band, but there's so much different flavor and different things that take place, especially on the recordings. As far as having the strings and Kirk playing and Jim Martin playing and all different those caliber of players sharing the music with us, that makes it a really great record. And then as far as the live show goes, we play as a 5-piece.
And with your long history, Jason, what has ECHOBRAIN brought to you personally as a musician? How has it re-inspired you? Because I know now you're doing things that you didn't do in the past with Metallica.
Yeah, it is absolutely rebirth, and having young, enthusiastic people around that have never done it before. Obviously, there's just logical things that are going to take place. Guys are excited about something every day that I used to take for granted. Now I'm reappreciating things, seeing it through their bright eyes, and that has a lot to do with like feeling real happy and feeling fulfilled. A certain selfish gratification. From it. A lot of hard work. We've put into this, a lot of time and a lot of money, and now it's something that we're seeing come to fruition. It's a real good feeling, It's real different, dude. It's so different. I never did this part of touring from Flotsam, like 200-seat places to Metallica, and we didn't go to these places. And so it's the first time for me as well as the first time for these guys, but we are already considerably established. We're known yet unknown, familiar yet unfamiliar.
And it must be pretty humbling, not doing things on such a grand scale now.
Absolutely. Trying to get any type of perspective on seeing empty floor space, for me from the stage, is very difficult. Because for 15 years I saw only as far as my eyes could see, where people going, "Whoa!" Right? So to get my head around this is only taking, I've had 15, well, if you count Flotsam, I don't know, like 15 years of good crowds where it was just freaky. Right? And pits always, and just energy like unbelievable. And 5 weeks of this thing. So trying to get my head around that is within my psyche, within myself, is quite difficult at this time. But I'm proud of what's happened so far, and I think these guys are too.
Well, you should be proud. The record debuted number 34 on the Billboard New Artist chart. Yeah, and that's a big accomplishment. Can you tell us a little bit about the reaction from the fans across the country now that you've been on the road doing it live?
I think the people that do come out to see it definitely dig it. They really do. We were very, skeptical about how it was going to be. I mean, we were going to be playing in front of 100 Metallica faded, Ride the Lightning shirts just going like that, But I mean, even the hardest Metallica dudes at the end of the show, they wait 15 minutes, half hour after the show to sign and to come out and go like, "Dude, I can't believe it. It just rocked, man. I can't believe it. I can't," So it's like, that makes me feel really, really good, and makes me proud to be playing in Jay's band and doing this, and
people that have taken the chance on it so far out of just their curiosity and everything, I think they've been happy about it on like 99% basis. Like Brian was saying, these big dudes, man, last week, full Metallica tats, everything right. They said, "We came to make fun of you tonight. Their words were, "We came to jeer at you," right? But we bought an album on the way out. It's like, well, dude, say no more.
And we've been spinning the video that you guys just did for Keep Me Alive. Tell me a little bit about the video. Did you dig doing the video, and do you still feel video is an important medium for rock? Because for programs like mine regionally, that's something we still cling on to.
I love music videos. I'd like to see more of them. I don't see enough of them. I actually don't see videos. I have basic cable at home and I get MTV. And I don't really see videos anymore. They don't have videos on there. That's all real reality shows and game shows and shit. What the I remember a couple years ago it was like they actually have videos. Like, I like rock videos. In fact, the other day I think we were on the bus and we get satellite TV, so we were checking out like M2 and stuff. I was like, wow, rock videos. I haven't seen a rock video in years. They're great. I think they're really great forms of expression. I think they're great. They're great to be used. I think they're.
Our guitar player's from New York. He says, in your video you need 3 things: tits, ass, and tits. Those are the 3 things you need to get a video right done now.
Awesome. Any last words for the people out there in San Antonio, Brian?
Dude, how's it going?
And I hope that hopefully in the near future you guys will be able to make it down to San Antonio.
For sure, man. For sure. This is just first time around, so.
Any last words, Dylan?
Study hard and stay in school.
Remember San Antonio, the name is ECHOBRAIN. I want to give a big shout out to my boy Michael Mazer for hooking this up. They rock right here on Robbs MetalWorks.